I say I'm fine, hey. I say I'm good. I say I'm fine, hey. That's why you need to know. Hey, hey. I'm right where I need to go. I'm right where I need to go. Ain't nowhere I should've been, but could've been. Gluttony's no good offense. Pick a key, ain't no difference to me. Focus on the gold ascension. No need for old dimensions. Growing dimension. Won't you go hone your mental until the home you built you blows your stencil. Just rebuild it, baby. Focus on that quality. You know you a gilder, baby. Ingredients from recipes. Inspire the chef with ease. You be mine, need a baker. Anything you need, I'll make. I know the art. Set off, I know it's hard. Ain't much I could think that I ain't already dreamed. Seed already sprung. It's time for us to reap. Ain't no time for us to rush. Just the time for us to be. Oh, I'm fine, hey. I say I'm good. Ain't no back and forth. I'm back and short. I just stay cool.
Please just mind your business. Please fuck out my face. Spit it how I live it. Please pick up the pace. Ayy, ayy, ayy. Kill the beat, watch me rip this shit. Kill the scene, leave no witnesses. Here we talk about reaping again. Only weep when I'm reaping friends. Time and space, I make it bend. All I need is your ear to lend. Should you ever lend me your heart, that'll be the day it ends. There's no pretend that the only way to man shit. Watching bodies drop the moment that I mention. Too busy focus how I'm living life. I just make sure that I live it right.
I say I'm good. I say I'm fine. That's why you need to know. Do you need a home? Hey, hey. I show you where you need to go. Where you been before. What you wanna see is for me to show. Honestly, I've grown fond of me, hey. Therefore, I know I'm good, hey. I'm right where I need to go. I don't ever need a home. I'll be the home. I says he's the home, hey.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your live exclusive pick a card reading for Aries season 2025. Lolo knows exactly what time it is. All right, I always put the pick a card readings to a higher standard than just the tarot readings. Okay, so we always go in here. Can you hop on my worldwide diss track, Double Shot of Venus? Send that track over. I got the bootleg set up right here. All right, I got. Wait a minute. I got the focus right. Okay, I got the mic. No, I got the mic. So we Gucci. All right, I'm here to feel this beef with you. All right, we made it. Lucky Divine asked the flawless question. What's got him really mad, Peace Dealer? You see, it's something called Aries season. And, when people go out of their way to manipulate others, when people go out of their way to try and force their beliefs to just Agent Smith matrix other people, and other people just walk in the authenticity of who they are, which may clash with their beliefs they identify with, these people feel butthurt. They feel like they just got rammed back in there when they're delusions and when they're you know what I'm saying? Just it doesn't necessarily go the way they have delusioned or imagined. All right. The best way I can answer your question, Lucky Divine, is people who are secure in themselves, people who actually have power and strength in themselves, people who actually aren't miserable inside, they just don't be feeling mad at other people for no reason. They don't be making up reasons not based in reality to just start hating on other people. We know stupid people hurt other people, okay? The truth has them furious. because as much as you live a lie, the truth will always be a constant reminder that you're missing the mark. That as good as you think you are, you are some aspects sinning. And so you seek to project that on other people so that they can mold into your vision of the world instead of just practicing acceptance and, flow bending. So really good question. People are mad at you because you are actually living in truth, and it shines light to the lie they live. And instead of looking into the mirror, it's just so much easier to point the finger at what other people lack. Okay. The level of passive aggressiveness I went through today was insane, especially with Mars and Cancer, because most people are really bitches on the inside. This is what Aries teacher will remind you every year. Aries is the warrior. A lot of people, as much as I talk my shit, when it comes time to actually act on it within reason and integrity, you don't have to really look for me. Like, it is what it is. I don't talk that much shit. But some people, like, they're just bitch made, like, deeply on the inside. And when they're forced in moments that actually bring out who they really are, all you see is the bitch that was within them the whole time. And when they realize reality doesn't bend to this lesser version of themselves and they have to rise up to who they've always been, it's just easier. It's just easier to blame other people. When you create, you know what I'm saying, this illusion based off of beliefs that were never really real, and other people take actions that reflect the stolen heritage, the lies around it, and you already have these biases around people who you think are separate from you. You're just a part of this illusion. You have different types of weirdos at their core. You have the motherfuckers who are just weird because they're just miserable, and then you have the motherfuckers who are supernatural and they weird like genius at their core. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But yup, fuck that. Tell them they bitch made and we ball. Let's go, Tiffany. Infinity Gang. Oh my God. Oh, shout out to Darian. Deadass just experienced this and straight quit my job because of it. Shocked me. Like, man, you really a whole weirdo. And especially Leos, especially those of you with strong energy, right? Like, it's going to really have them confront all their biases in one. And when they can't hide behind their fake ethos, when they can't hide behind their qualifications, none of these things that really matter in the moment of experience of truth, only within a fixed closed system that is already dead. You see what's really up when they have no ad hominems to call you, when they have no audience or crowd to perform to or hide behind. That's why Aries is the individual. It's just one-on-one. They had to jump Aries with the set. Aries will knock people out one-on-one. Aries is the only sign that will find where you live, roll up to your crib and run the fade immediately. It is what it is. And that's why Aries is the homie. Okay, at least in general, it is what it is. So, all right, guys, I do have we're going to do the Demon Slayer pick a card deck. Shout out to Space Pirates, because, that's just how I'm feeling. And mainly really because I used the Dragon Ball deck already, so I just want to switch it up. But yes, okay. This first reading is going to be an Aries season activator. Okay, I'm hearing 4 piles. That's deep. We usually just do 3. We're going to do 4 piles of 4. Okay. The next spread we're going to do oh my God. What the fuck? Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Sure. All right, so I got some concepts. You guys are gonna vote on the last reading. The first one's gonna be an Aries season drop. The second one is going to be what is this original power that you are activating and moving forward? And then the third, we're gonna vote. So we have we're gonna have with the third one, are we gonna look at the karmic destiny with Saturn in the North Node? Are we gonna look at what the next adventure for you is? Or are we're gonna double down and just do the breakthrough cards for unlocking wealth, okay, in preparation for Taurus season. But yeah, all right. So we're gonna do this first one. Yeah, the Aries reading really went in on money, but some people may not have watched that one and probably want more. Okay. My Aries moon just definitely voted for the next adventure. Yup, a whole new frontier is popping off. So, ooh. Pokemon, the next frontier versus like the original canon series. All right, or Pokemon Adventure. I keep on using Pokemon Adventure. Okay, power 1, 2, 3, and 4, baby. 4, baby. 4. Before we do the reading and everything, I don't like to say what pile I'm choosing because I don't want it to sway people's decision, and not that it really will. And I don't want you to think that I'm being extra biased if I'm doing the pile and you're like, oh, that's the peace dealer's pile, so he's taking extra time. I don't know. And some of y'all already just be guessing. Mickey just be guessing. Which one did you choose? Put me on the spot. But yeah, I'll tell you which one after. For this one, I'm choosing pile 4. I'm gonna choose pile 4. I usually do be picking pile 2. I'll be checking, but for this one, I'm gonna do 4. Can you affirm the Aries reading is already manifesting? Yes, Lolo. The Aries reading we did is already manifesting since the moment we released it. And once the moon goes further into Cancer tomorrow and expresses the Taurus moon, where the moon in Taurus was why we got this financial reading the way we did. So that's what's going to start integrating it. By moon in Virgo, we're building a lifestyle around this impending wealth. Okay, so all you have to do to continue confirming this is to just take action. Don't take action as one doubting this. Take action as already having received this, already living this, so that you're showing the space universe, this is where I want it. Okay, the underlying theme that we have is the Hierophant, the cult leader. But we can also say gang leader. Now, the Hierophant here is definitely talking about organization and tradition. Okay, that reading was Tuesday. So relative to this, for some of you, the underlying theme is to do things by the book. Yeah, we might be in a rush to change the rules. Yeah, we might be unless with integrity, you're going a bohemian route and you're just rebelling against these things. You still want to go by the book. You want to have some kind of, orthodox structure or some structure. It doesn't have to be orthodox. This, like for some people, the Hierophant could be practicing your own version of a spiritual practice. You're mastering your own version of a spiritual practice, but other traditions are trying to demonize you for it and say, oh, you're not doing it like this, so it's wrong. You're not doing it like this, you're going to hell. And the Hierophant is saying what matters more is the integrity with which you're practicing, what structure are you creating, where you don't want to necessarily just wing certain aspects so that you can hold yourself accountable to certain structure as well. You're going to be receiving keys that through consistency of practice will immediately give you results that relative to the goals that you have. All right. So if you picked Pal Uno, okay, what is the lesson of this Aries season for you? Okay, well, Shout out to those of you guys watching on Instagram. It says that there's only 3 people watching. Shout out to all 3 of you, all 3 of you. Okay. The first card we have is the Magician, baby. So listen, pile 1, your magic is fuck. We've had this rarely, but this is the first pile, the first card, and we have the first major arcana. You're a magician, pile 1. You are an exceptionally magical MFer. The lesson of this is activating and streamlining the power of your intentions and the actions that reflect your intentions. So you are learning through this Aries season that you are manifesting in alignment. All right. We can look at that as manifesting instantly, but really you're manifesting in alignment with the core of who you are. So whether something happens instantly or 2 days later, it's at the perfect time, right when you needed it, because it's aligned with the totality of you. That means you've mastered all 4 elements. You're taking into account your mind, your emotions, your physical, your passion, right? Your spirit, your soul, and you're enabling yourself to use your talents and your skills to, exploit your resourcefulness here. So now what do we have as far as romantic inflections? What is the message of, because I know none of you are going to choose a romance reading. So now we got to put in one romance card of how, what is a romance, or whether you're single or whether you want to stay in a relationship or be in a relationship, what is the message around this? And we do have the Lovers card. Boy, I'm nice, son. Hold on. I have to give myself props. Damn. Hey, your boy is nice. Your boy is nice. Let's just be on. I was thinking, should we do career? No, we gonna do romance. And of course, the one romance card here, Lovers, baby. So Aries, you're connecting with the one. Mind you, because you are so aligned with who you are as a person, in knowing who yourself, how to recognize matches. So this is really great communication. This is everything positive about a romantic card or subplot, right? Which means the other piles, y'all are going to get non-romantic cards for the romance card, right? This is the thing. Fuck the one. I'm the one. And that's what's going to attract the most compatible people toward you, because you're taking action. People are going to look at you as that. And what's very significant is this is talking about fruitfulness in being with a soulmate, in sharing your passions with somebody. And I think, the alignment with how they match much of your ideals and your energy is going to be very reciprocal. Now, the career reflection we have is the Strength card. The Strength card kind of extends on this message by kind of connecting the Magician. They both have an infinity. So this is talking about a connection that is infinite. I think pile 1, this is bringing in divine counterpartships. And the Strength card now, in taking into account the nature of course, career, is talking about gaining success, investing in everything you're passionate about. It's saying regardless of the nature of your work, you're going to, through this Aries season, be expressing so much strength and love for what you do. There's going to be an excitement. It could bring excitement again. And the passion you, of course, exert towards the direction of your career is going to ultimately be fruitful. The outcome we do have is the Hangman, which is going to have you sit back, relax, and release, surrender. The Hangman is saying it's not guidance. It's saying that you're going to find that things are taken out of your hands because there's nothing for you to do, right? We still live in this like very engine-driven society where the worst thing you can do is absolutely nothing, right? You're supposed to constantly be doing something, which is the biggest lie society will ever tell you, in order to run that hamster wheel, so that countries can tell you you need to be productive so that you can increase the GDP that they produce. making you feel like you're not contributing anything, you're not doing anything, when really the greatest thing at any given time you can do in your life is nothing. It's luxury to be able to get out your way and just allow yourself nothing to do so that you can shift your perspective. So your entire perspective around everything is going to completely change because you're seeing how much more effortless things are aligning with you and how much less you really always had to do. The uninitiated will call this being lazy, mainly because they don't see how it fits within their framework of what success or work is, and that's just hogwash. Okay, that being said, pile one, congratulations. This is beautiful. Now, pile two, what is the lesson of Aries season that we have for you? Well, we do have right off the bat, whatever, the Fool card, okay? And fuck with anyone, smoke weed if you want to. I don't care. Smoke weed, smoke all the weed you want if you want to. Do it in moderation. To the extent you're doing it that it becomes an addiction, hold accountability, but stop letting these people, especially these people who cannot freaking face a dab without dying, tell you that you can or can't smoke. Stop letting these unqualified people who feel like whatever research they did by some nerd makes them qualified. Okay, this is different. If you feel like you have addictions, reach out, take accountability, get an accountability partner. But stop letting these losers tell you that you're a loser because you smoke weed. And motherfuckers is probably muggles anyway. Anyway, other than that, you know, there are magicians who don't smoke. So I'm not saying it's just a muggle, but we do have the Fool card, whereas pile one got the magician. Pile two is talking about the freedom to express yourself. So whereas pile one is stepping into the mastery of their own skills, pile two, you're freeing yourself from the burden of living up to other people's expectations. All right. Expectations by people who live a lie. The Fool card is you freeing up a brand new path. Okay, had to stop smoking so I could face my demons soberly. And that's the most beautiful thing you can do. You start dreaming again, too. It's a beautiful thing. Now, the Fool card is definitely talking about not so much letting your freak flag fly, but not being afraid to pioneer and innovate. So if you pick pile two, you're an innovator. You're someone who, the Fool card, Uranus, is the quintessential definition of I am called crazy until they realize I'm on my shit and I was really a genius the whole time. So you're currently doing things that other people later on will model after you, steal your swag. They're going to emulate, but it's not recognized now because you're a fucking genius. All right. The Fool card is this new adventure. And really what it speaks on is being okay with taking that leap of faith towards the direction that you're meant to go. And that's the thing with the Fool. The Fool card does not pack up all their belongings and possessions. They just have one knapsack with like one change of clothes. And they're going, it's like going into a brand new fucking world or town. And you're getting ready. You don't know. You're like a fool. You don't know what's next. You may not realize you're waltzing into a battleground, but you have nothing but faith in yourself, okay? And this is really the direction you want to just fly forward in. Now, romantically, we do have the Sun card. Okay, pile two. Pile two got a just as good a card or better card than the Lovers, because the Lovers really is what you want in a romance reading, but the Sun card is talking about love being a central theme for you. So you're going to quite literally not only bring out so much joy in people who you engage in romantically, romance is going to be a very powerful source of happiness through you relative to this Aries season. And the cool thing about this, unlike pile one, where it's you being with your soulmate and connecting platonically with people who share your passions, this could be fully single. You don't have to be in a relationship for this. Like, this could be you fully enjoying your single life to the point where it's like, wow, like I'm so happy being by myself, and it just radiates just this attractive power, right? And it could also be you know, connecting with someone who you make super happy, they make you super happy, you make each other happy. So the career reading we did, pile two, the career reading we have is the World, which is signaling completion and total success in all your endeavors. So Your career involves reaching the pinnacle. Like if you're a boxer watching this right now and you pick pile 2, you're inventing and pioneering an unconventional boxing style that trained boxers who've been in the ring will look at as unsustainable. It's just not orthodox, it's not conventional. But you are able to become a world ranked boxer. You're like one of the best in the world. Your skills took you throughout the whole world. And it's like now people have adopted your fighting style. All their Aries season. And this could just be the beginning of that because you were willing to lock in. And with the Hierophant, you did follow a coach that took your unorthodox style and actually put some form to it. The outcome we have here is judgment. So whereas pile 1 is completely surrendering and shifting their perspective, Neptune, pile 2, you're awakening extraordinary supernatural energy and power. And why this is very significant is now that you are reaching this stage of completion and graduation, it's putting you in a position that will align you with your true highest purpose. And that, my friend, is going to be flawless. It really do be feeling like that. And I think this is just the realm with which we're subjectively all connected and speaks to a bigger part of us that we just troll each other through. All right. And Sean, thank you. You were very appreciated as well. Thank you guys for joining us. I love doing these readings with you like this. So I'm so glad we have once a week, a month to do this. So yes, guys, pile 3, baby. Let's see. Pile 3, I'm not going to lie. Pile 1 and pile 2 really did kind of show out. So let's see if we can top that. So what's the main lesson for you, pile 3? Well, we got the, oh! Pile 3 said, hold my beer. Peace dealer said I have to one up them. Hold on. Oh, that's crazy. Pile 3 got the star, baby. Okay, my Leos, my Aquarius is the heavy hitters. Pile 3 said, what? Who said I can't stand with them? Please, please, please. That was the energy. Like your energy just popped out. Like, I'm here, baby. I'm here, baby. What's up? I know y'all been waiting on me. That just came to me. Like, I know I'm what y'all been waiting for. I like this because this isn't your modest star. You see the stars that we just find adorable. And it's like, you know, if you guys will have me, I hope that I can really, you know, serve you guys. And I hope I can really, you guys can look up to me. You're not that kind of star. I'm feeling it. You're just like, I know y'all been waiting for me. I know you've been waiting for someone like me. I'm finally here. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. Yup. Yup. Sheesh. Sometimes you gotta pop out. All right. That is fire. This is inspiration. This is supernatural gifts as well that you're embodying. So the lesson of this is to never give up faith and hope. Like if you pick pile 3, you got some bum ass motherfuckers telling you that you can't make your dreams come true as if they're you. Like, I'm sorry. Yo, this star is not playing. The star is like you, some of you being too, some of you are land people who have no business telling you what you should do with your dreams, talking like they even know a fraction. Like they can do a fraction of what you do, which is offensive. Some people feel like you're dreaming too big, and it's like, no. That's why God created you specifically, because you're here to do that, and no one can take you off of that track. All right, pile 3 really works well, especially for those of you who take the risk to do your own thing versus something established. Like, it's letting you know you can make it happen. This doesn't mean, in some cases, it's spontaneous and it happens overnight. In other cases, it could take a couple of years, but it's consistent. Like you're not just doing nothing. It's going to lead to that. Okay, so it's already here. You're having psychic moments and like, thank you. All right. So beautiful. What's the romance card that we have? Okay. And the reason why they can't stand it is because you're like the one thing that proves they live a lie. Like there's certain beliefs and biases people have, and when they thought you were the exception, but they're realizing you're the proof that it was what they believe is never real. And a lot of people don't have the acceptance to get over their ego and pride, so they can't stand it. Romantically, we have the High Priestess, which is beautiful. There's a deep psychic and spiritual connection that you are tapping into. And if we had the moon card, Pisces, it could be in a delusional way where, you're here and vote. I mean, you think maybe that someone else with the High Priestess, they're very strong intuitive synchronicities that even if the other person isn't aware, there's still something there, but not in a way where you feel like you have to force it. The High Priestess operates in stillness. Okay, so romantically, this is a lot more internalized. Whatever your intuition is telling you, you don't have to force it. It's confirmation that this is currently unfolding. All right. And you just want to trust your intuition. There's going to be unspoken revelations that will give you more insights, less into how people feel and more on what you want to feel, more what to do regarding that. Now, career wise, we do have the Devil card. So this is interesting for some of you. You may actually get ahead involving yourself in a legal activity. But for those of you who don't necessarily want to risk the law or doing anything illegal, the Devil card is saying you're overcoming quid pro quo. You're overcoming people who want to. If you pick pile 3, people really try to get away with paying you way less than you're worth. So the Devil could show up in your work environment where, there are people trying to take advantage of you. But the Devil card also is the underworld. So there's this sense of materialistic success that you can come into, whether you're doing darker work, sex work, or whatnot. This is why with the Hierophant is an underlying theme. You want to follow some structure because people can get lost in these darker spaces. All right. So it doesn't necessarily have to account for anything evil or dark you're doing. Some of you know what I'm talking about here. And I mean, even if you don't consider yourself in that, some of you could be doing a lighter version where you're selling like brownies. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. The Devil card is really just overcoming those chains. For some of you, though, it's going to be not allowing the materialistic success from your career to warp you and to have you really just be only about the money and just not necessarily. Like people will tie so much philosophy to these nonsense like ideas like, oh, the world is run by money and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, the outcome we have is the Death card, baby. The Death card is talking about pure transformation. All right. And it's putting you in a position to really step into this inspiration that will have you inspire others more. You're ending, okay, a certain version of your life forever. You're ending certain situations forever. And as you really tap into so much of this deep exploration of revelation and wisdom, it's going to guide you towards, you know what I mean, that new beginning. Okay. For some of you, this could be a sacrifice made where someone dies. And I feel like that death really is going to be someone who's been throwing black magic at you. If you find out they died, your spirit guide sacrificed them. I know that's very dark, but we got the Devil card here too. So I'm not gonna front with you. I'm not gonna front with you. I'm just be honest with you. So pile 4. Okay. What is the lesson of this Aries season for you? Okay. Well, we have the Emperor, baby. All right, pile 4. Pile 4 is like, hey, did you forget about me, son? Like, did you think I couldn't hang with these niggas? Like, that's crazy. Pile 1 got the first card. Pile 4 got the 4th card. So the Emperor means this is the primordial. This is the primary, lesson of Aries season. The lesson is to get your shit together. It's to really apply discipline moving forward so that, you're going to really have all your ducks in a row through the season. You're moving forward like the boss you are. Okay. You're moving forward more in control of your own environment. The Emperor holds down the table, the foundation, and then there's rules on this table. And you make sure that people who visit this table, you as the Emperor, you make sure people abide by those rules. So especially with the Hierophant, you're probably going to be one of the leaders of these organizations that you are building up, okay, that enforce these rules. Now, I realized with the reverse grip, I can do 5 pull-ups. But if I do the original grip, I'm still at like 1.5 to 2. So I'm going back to the drawing board. It's cool. If it's the reverse grip, I can knock out 5 right now. It's no problem. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Never mind. So romantically for pile 4, what we have romantically is the Chariot card, baby. Now, pile 4, for some of you, you don't even have time for love. Okay, you don't even got time for love. You just out here winning. You know what I mean? No, it's cool, man. We exercising a little bit. I got some new tools. Libra is my 6th house of working out. So my Libra friend texts me out of nowhere, and I got this because of it. He advised I get this, but then I also got these 2 as well. So we'll get to it. It's cool. It is what it is. Got it in. Jump ropes is nice. Summer Body is uploading. All right. I might take off my shirt later. Not this video, but what it is what it is. It is. Okay, you'll see. Okay. So yeah, the Chariot card is talking about power moves and power couples. Love is not an option right now, and if it's not moving you forward. So normally the Chariot card in romance is you're just too busy, like the Emperor, you're making moves. So that doesn't mean romance isn't here for you. The Chariot card means you may move forward in a power couple. The only romance you're moving forward with are power moves. If it's not necessarily going anywhere, you're not interested. You're not just trying to date a motherfucker. Hey, how you doing? It's like, what's up? What you doing? What you ready to do? Can you hang? And you attracting partners who have the same energy too. Like they die talking to you, saying you like, what you trying to do? Like it is what it is. So this is very powerful. I'm gonna be completely honest. The Chariot is one thing, but moving forward with the authority of the Emperor, it's also saying Chariot is a card of victory. So like you're pulling them this week. You're pulling them this season. The actions you're taking romantically, you're sniping. It's just like you're pulling up, you're saying the right thing, you have the foundation, and like you're pulling. The Chariot, the thing with the Chariot is you're not afraid to step on other people's toes to get what you want. It's not like, oh, well, that's my friend, so I'm gonna hold back. It's like, look, if your own friend can't pull it too, we're not doing this. Oh, that was my friend's ex. It's like, nah, son, we adults here. That's the gritty part about the Chariot. Like, if you want to be a high schooler and cry about it, we're not getting with people's old partners. But like, there's an element of competition here. It's like, no, boom. Now, career-wise, we do have the Moon card. So the Moon card is talking about a different type of flow. The Moon card is like working at the nighttime, or it's going to be taking a much more abstract approach towards the work you do, which could signify careers in creative fields, like, creative design or I wouldn't just say programming, but your career exists in a world of your own imagination. So especially with the influence of the Hierophant, the structure is non-linear. It's not like, oh, I wake up at 9, I go to work till 5, I come back. Some of your shifts may not necessarily have to be the same every day. So the thing about the moon card is you have the structure with the Emperor. You have the integrity with the Emperor. So there's certain rules that don't apply to the work you do. And to other people, they're not going to see that vision in the dream of your success that you do. It's not going to look like anything to them. They're going to look like you're not really doing anything. When really, like Doctor Strange, you're saving this reality from monsters who want to destroy this dimension. And they just don't even know it. And that's going to sound nothing but delusional. Your career, whether you're a teacher, mechanic, psychic, therapist, you help people overcome delusions. You help people see through their own illusions. There's a very nonlinear element with which you operate that you want to stay true to. You're not meant to fit in with others in this regard. And the outcome we have is the Hermit, baby. So you're just too focused, Pile 4. This isn't necessarily boring. We have the Chariot, but you're locked the fuck in, especially with the Moon Hermit. Unlike Pile 1, that's mastering manifestation, you're building an entire lifestyle around this mastery. You're building your world. The Hermit is you fully mastering your own inner guidance to where now all of that mastery is showing itself and what it was for. All right. So that was beautiful. I love that. That was a glorious first round. Okay. Next, we're going to do 3 piles for Pile 3. And of course, right, Pile 4, all the other piles were pretty flashy. Pile 4 is just direct and focused. It's just like, yep, we're doing our own thing. It's a mastercraft of bringing their dream to reality with the proper discipline, determination, and focus. So this second reading, right, is going to involve what is the original power that is activating, and then what will you integrate? How will you master and integrate this? All right, through the next week. And then the last card will be the full moon. Like, how are you going to harvest this? What's the outcome of this? By the way, if any of you would like a card, it's a $10 minimum. Click the description box below and I got you. Okay, we're going to do this at the end for any of you who want your own personal card. Got PayPal. I got CashApp. Ooh. Christine, thank you very much. I got your PayPal, so you'll be first, okay? That being said, we have Pile 1, 2, and 3, okay? Yeah. Yeah, Kobe, I'm looking forward to the deck. You got to send me a copy so we can promote it on here. I'll do readings with it for sure. That being said, if you picked, well, the underlying theme of this is the world, baby. So this original power doesn't have to be a new power. Really, it's a power that you've been working on for, I send you 40 sometime back for a reading. Really? Interesting. Sophia, did you send that through PayPal? I want to see, because I might have done it and maybe you didn't see it. But yeah, if you can email me, because someone had sent me payment on January 7th, and the live ended. So I have the live reading here in the draft since then, and I'm not sure if that's you. But yeah, if Cash App. Let's see. Okay, then I probably did do it. Let's see. Carrie, thank you. It's possible I did do it and maybe you just missed it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sophia Paul Joseph, June 11th, 1974. So this was January 24th. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do, nice. So did you ever see that reading? Please confirm with me, Sophia. Oh. So the underlying theme we have is the world and the significance of that. No, okay. So we'll redo that for you. I can redo that for you here. You never saw it. So just in case I did it, I'll do it again for you. I'm also born June 11th, so I got you. As a fellow June 11ther, you said you wanted to know your rising and moon. I can't unless you know your time of birth, but we could still do a reading based off of your birthday. Okay. All right. So basically, the world card is saying that this power doesn't have to be a new power. It is a power that you've spent maybe near your whole life or 30 years perfecting. And this represents the graduation and completion of this power. Okay, so Sophia, please stay tuned. We'll do your reading first before we get to the rest of the readings. Okay, so that being said, and thanks for reaching back out to me. The world card is talking about success. The reason why this is significant is I think you've experienced facets of your power. I think you've experienced, bits and pieces of what you can do. And now in this activation, you're going to push forward with the completed version of it. You're going to be reflecting the totality of this. And this is going to put you in a position to gain success through the utilization of this. So you want to look at this as gradual. The underlying theme is whatever you are activating, this is the final form of it. This is the final activation. So Pauluno, what is the original power? What is the theme around the original power? What is it that you're activating? And we do have the Wheel of Fortune, baby. The moon is coming out of Gemini right now. So your power is the power of evolution and expansion. This is the power of sun breathing. This is power that ripples through generations. This is the demon slayer who created the breathing style that eventually killed Muzan. And he almost killed Muzan until Muzan ran away like a little bitch because he couldn't really handle the smoke. And hid like a little girl, not a little girl. Little girls are tougher than that. Hid like a loser until this motherfucker died of old age. So this is talking about an originating style as well. The Wheel of Fortune means that, everything some people touch turns to gold, but everything you touch evolves. You're always going to hit higher numbers. You bring a change of fortune to situations. So this is destiny power in a certain way. You could almost akin it to Domino, who her power is luck. And so she surrenders to this power and will always be at the right place at the right time. So you can really move without abandon. Or with, should we give you our birthday time for a card? No need. I'm just going to pull the card. Great question, though. You can if you want to, but yeah. So what is the lesson of this activation and how are you going to integrate it from Moon in Cancer to Virgo? Well, we do have Virgo, the Hermit. So you're going to perfect through consistency and master this over and over. You're going to really lock in. This is the lock the fuck in card. and you're only using the light of your own word and guidance, the word within, the logos within. The hermit is like a montage scene where you're perfecting your craft. And this is going to have you really isolate exactly how and when you induce and use this power. So this next week is going to be a lot of internalization and thorough mastery of what you are working with. And the outcome is the Tower card. All right. This is going to bring instant evolution. The expansion with which you bring is going to overcome your current situation and collapse it. Because Jupiter, someone's description of Jupiter was really good. It's like a wrecking ball. Jupiter expands stuff, but it expands stuff like building a newer home. You take the wrecking ball and you destroy the walls before you actually build a bigger room around it. So the Tower card is going to be you coming in just wreaking havoc towards those who aren't on the level that they need to be, right? If they are on the level that they need to be, this Tower card is going to be fruitful for them. But if they're living a lie, it's going to demolish that foundation that they stand on. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you picked pile dose, okay. Pile tutu. KPUA 87, thank you very much. Black Jess, what's up? All right, so that being said, Paldos, what is the original power you're awakening? We have judgment, baby. So whereas Pal 1 is the power of expansion and evolution with Zeus, this is Hades' power. So these are two of Kronos' sons. And the underlying theme is Kronos here. And under that is the devil, the ruler of Capricorn, right? So, you know, the two sons of Kronos, the world right now, we have the expanding son, the one who defeated his father. And then we have Hades, this saucy MFer who rules the underworld. This is the power of awakening. This is the power that eradicates everything that is false in your life, maybe in the most harsh of ways, but it reflects transformation in a sense where, yep, 20,000 at this point. We are, Tiffany, I'm glad you understand and know this, okay? This is talking about your ability to eviscerate people who come at you with ego, because you will just with X-ray vision shoot through their core, and they may need that, or they may not like that. You're someone who awakens people to the truth of a situation and to, you know what I'm saying, what happens. You're awakening people to what they're meant to do. Amen. There's a darker element to this card, though, that's very no nonsense. And I don't think you hold back. And if you are, you're not going to anymore. The lesson you're integrating throughout the next week, okay, we do have the Hierophant. So you're building organization, whereas Pile 1 is taking the time out to painstakingly master these elements. They're expanding within them. Pile 2, you're building organization and structure throughout what principles are beginning to awaken to you. Things that you've learned in the past that take on a brand new meaning to you, okay? And this is going to be very significant because it's going to really make sense of keys of wisdom that now add a foundation of values towards this. So it's not like you just awaken and you're like, well, how do I actually do this? Like, what am I meant to do? And now the outcome of this through the full moon is the Strength card, where you're going to feel, based on the structure, so much more passion. Tap into how much stronger you've always been that you could ever realize. Okay. And I think that's beautiful. I'll be right back. All right. Had to put some lotion on. Okay, pile 3. Last but not least, and I put the cards back in different order so that I don't get the same cards in the same spot. So pile 3, what is the original power you're activating? Marilyn stays wanting to get me in trouble. Like, this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. We got the Lovers card. Oh, pile 3. Your original power is the power of love and union. For some of you, it is a seductive power. It's not like the devil card. You can just get anyone to love you. You can get anyone to drop those. You can get anyone to bump uglies with you. Peekaboo, right? Oh my God, pile 1 and 2 got such cool powers. Pile 3 got the lovey-dovey card. Like, okay, that's cute. Pile 3, this is interesting because I think it's also like the power of love. I don't know why that came out. Someone just completely possessed me. Got that Jinru Ricks. Like, people just fall in love with you, pile 3. Like you can literally just say, bust it open for me. And they're going to do that. Like, yes, mama. Yes, dad. Like, it don't matter. I couldn't say the daddy part, but like this, they gonna call you that. The Lovers card is talking about even platonically. Like, there's this loving kindness with which you can be anyone's friend. Like, you can connect, you can introduce this ease, right? Now, this also talks about sexually induced powers. Many of you may be thinking, oh, what are my abilities? And it's that your abilities are released through sexual energy. So when you have sex or when you engage sexually and you're generating that, that's through which, how, you know, some of you can have sex and heal from any kind of illness or rapidly regenerate or just gain strength just from the act. All right. Because you definitely have an intimate knowledge of fusing the yin and the yang. Okay. Don't sleep on the Lovers. It's definitely a creative power as well. So the lesson through this is the Fool card, freedom in love. Right? Even your ops hate you. Your ops may even love to hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is as it is. Like, they gain an exhilaration on you. Keep them on their toes. The Fool card is the freedom to express this love and joy and fun, right? You're going to understand how to open yourself up because many of you may have suppressed this. The reason why this is important, pile 3, is if you want riches and wealth, if you want greater success, some of you might be neglecting the love in your life. And that's why you picked pile 3. Some of you don't care. You probably picked pile 4. Like, you don't care about a love life. You're like, I'll do love later. And it's like, you actually need to create room for your heart to enjoy itself because that's what's going to trigger more success for you. Indirectly, you might suddenly start getting more orders because like now you have so much more room to explore. The Fool card is saying, do not limit your love and what you love by closed-minded experiences. You need to be okay with looking at things that aren't traditionally your type. You have to open your range towards experiences you're not necessarily used to. Okay. And the outcome we have is the Sun card. So pile 3, at least you're going to be the happiest pile here. This power is going to open up so much joy and freedom for you. All right. It's really allowing yourself to freely enjoy what you enjoy, to freely love what you love. There's nothing that really can be too unconventional unless it's just out of integrity. All right. My only type is sexy. Don't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what background you're from, what culture you have. If you're sexy, you're my type. Period. All right. So last but not least, it looks like y'all are very serious about unlocking wealth. So we're going to do the unlocking wealth pick a card reading. Beautiful. Whew. Cool beans. Then we'll get into the live readings. So we'll do 3 piles. You must claim it, double shot. You don't even have to believe it. It's just, that's it. When I said money flows to me naturally and easily, and it happened the very next day, I wasn't like, I believe that this is gonna happen. I just said it and left it at that. It was just a done deal. Your word is law, and it must be law for the universe to recognize it. Okay. Pile 3 for my 3 bands, baby. 3K a week is beautiful. Just keep talking as that. Keep living and thinking as that. It's easy for me to say because we get results doing this all the time. The Matrix will send agents in order to test your fortitude and play you as if what you're doing, you don't have anything to show for what you're doing when you are the living proof of it. And they can choose to be blind and move the goalpost. But if they're giving you unsolicited advice out of nowhere, they're threatened of your stance. You're coming out of their leverage. So that's just the agent of the Matrix being a stupid, weak little bitch. Speak as if you are, okay? Now, the underlying theme of this is the Fool card. So when it comes to unlocking wealth, I'm not going to just say some of you are doing the same things and expecting different results. What we're going to say is some of you have to accept that you cannot keep on doing the same old thing that worked for you before. So the Fool card is saying if you're very serious about unlocking legitimate wealth, you have to be okay with taking a leap of faith and a risk. Some of you have yet to risk and invest in yourself. Some of you have yet to, you have the material, you have the talent and skills. Some of you are still serving 2 masters. You're like, okay, I'm going to give a majority of my hours to this job that I don't really have any purpose in. And I'm going to give a few minutes to what I love. And you can't wonder why you're still broke. You know what I'm saying? Or stuff isn't working for you. Until you're willing to take the foolish risk. Like we're talking about a risk where people look, I'm talking about the people who left their 6-figure good paying job so that they can start DJing or they can actually start being a photographer. You have to look crazy here. People have to look at you like, are you sure you're doing like, and I'm not telling you to leave your job, right? I'm not saying to just leave your job and just figure it out. You're leaving your job in this context because you already have what you're wanting to do. And you just have to take the risk, bet on yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't have to have a backup plan. All right. It's very possible for you to still work your job part-time. So we're not saying to just quit your job. Or if your job left you, that's because that's the universe pushing you off of the nest so you can fly. A lot of you are going to get pushed off the nest. You're either going to fly or you're just going to stay down. All right. Because the chariot follows this motion. Okay, and it's going to completely shift you forward. God got you for real. The Fool card, I'm going to tell you the story about the Fool card in my life because some of you guys are watching me newly for the first time. The Fool card is what started the Peace Dealer. So like the reason why I'm here right now is I was in a Fool card situation where I had no other choice but to just have faith in what I do. My uncle kicked me out of his house while I was going to KU because he had convinced me to delete my original YouTube channel saying, oh, you don't need to teach about astrology and all that. Just get your degree and I'll initiate you in a fraternity, right? I'm not going to say too much about that. But I opened up the Peace Dealer later, randomly. The idea just came to me. And he gave me the ultimatum. He was like, look, you're going to delete this channel. I'm kicking you out the house. And I said, peace. And I did not know, like at the time I was on Soul Garden, shout out to Matt, right? There was a Gemini named Matt Turner, and he lived in Kansas City at the time while I was in Gardner, Kansas, driving 40 minutes to go to KU and 40 minutes back. All right. So like my uncle dropped me off there and I have no idea. I have no idea what's next for me. I have this weird calm. I had lost everything at that moment. I didn't have a home to stay in. I didn't necessarily have any money. This happened right after my friend Iwana gave me an angel reading. And she was all like, okay, we just did an initiation for you. So your whole life might change overnight. Just be careful. And this is like 2014. I'm like, I fucks with you. I didn't tell her this, but I'm like, I don't believe in angels like that. You know what I'm saying? Little did my dumb ass know. Like, she felt responsible too. She started getting support, like, because she knew what was happening. While it was happening, she knows she just initiated me. And this is the part of that initiation, right? Working with certain angels. So regardless of how you want to call it, I was in a position where I had nothing but the faith in myself, represented this full card. And Matt Turner, I had in my mind, I want to be in LA. I want to just start my journey in LA. I didn't know what I was going to do there. I was thinking I could just be a beach bum and just do readings on the beach. That was the full card until I went to LA and I realized, oh, LA is expensive and there's certain things you can't do and you need permits. So I was just going in head first like the fool. I didn't know that, right? All I knew is I'm just going to make this work. I had no way to get to LA. I was in Kansas. An Aquarius woman, my Gemini friend called an Aquarius woman, telling her the situation. And she at the time had a Prius. She had a Toyota Prius. Is it Toyota? She had a Prius in Wichita, Kansas. And she needed someone to drive it because she was going to fly there and drive to LA. She needed someone to drive that car to Venice Beach. And that was how, in less than 24 hours, I was able to get a Greyhound to Wichita, drive that car from Wichita to Venice. By the time I get to Venice Beach, I'm able to work a situation where I get an apartment on Wilshire and Normandy. I was living in Wilshire and Normandy in 2014 in Koreatown. Boom. And now, what did I record there? I recorded the Venus videos. My very first peace talk with Alyssa Sharp was in that studio bedroom apartment where I just moved in. All the videos that I created that blew this channel up happened because I bet on myself. And I had no idea. When I tell you everything worked out for me when I took that leap of faith. This is important because I did not get rich all of a sudden. It still took me 3 years. It still took me until 2017 for me to start making a full-time living doing this. But if I did not take that action in 2014, I would not be making that living. And and that's why I say there's no excuse. You must bet on yourself. And that doesn't mean you won't struggle. That doesn't mean you want to struggle. You want to get it out the mud. That means God truly loves you. That peace talk, the Leo King was episode 4, right? I had built the foundation of my channel in Koreatown. You know what I'm saying? It was really LA it's so ironic, the city of Los Angeles. So, just keep that in mind. I love sharing this story because I had nothing, guys. I literally had no money. I had no place to stay. Everything that was meant to work through happened. My North Node is Aquarius, and it was the Aquarius woman who offered an opportunity to step into my destiny. You have to be open with the signs. And normally in a situation like that, the Dolo Peace Talk is still a classic. It's one of the greatest classics. I think when I came back, I had Amber Khan. I took that episode down finally. I know we beefed about it before, but I just kind of privated that. It's one of the best episodes. Some people have been asking me to take it down, and as of late, I just kind of put it on private. But but still had everything. Like everything just kind of worked towards me. It wasn't like it was all the most magical, but that you know what I'm saying? Revelation. And thank you. Like that decision to believe in myself, mind you, no one ever believed in me. This is the thing. Like I didn't take it down, I just privated it. But yeah, certain people that did episodes, they don't want to be seen in a certain way. So yeah. But yeah, guys, like a lot of people don't understand. What was I going to say? Well, yeah, I bet on myself. I forgot exactly how I was going to say that. I just distracted myself. But yeah, I always like sharing that story because, yeah, something about the faith. Regardless, don't be afraid to but that's what I was gonna say. No one believed in me. No one believed in me. Ever since I started doing what I do, I'm still in college. So people are like, yo, like get a regular job. Like even a tower reader who wasn't hating, he was an older tower reader. He's like, oh no, you can't make a living doing this. Like this is more part-time work, right? And he wasn't hating. He was giving me solid, honest advice. Even today, I would be like, that was honest advice. At least have something worked around this. But it was you guys. It was you guys who had taught me what the value of this is, and knowing that there are people around the world who see value in this. That's really what kind of changed the game for me. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Whatever you're called to do, that's what you're meant to do. That's what makes me consider. That's where I feel like I don't feel like I'm someone who just decided to become a tarot reader. I don't think I'm someone who just decided to do astrology. I was called to this path. We were called to do this. Some of us are meant to do this. And when you're meant to do this, you have these things fall in line because they're meant to. So the first pile we're going to do is, of course, pile uno. What is this first breakthrough tip? So the lesson of career for you is the star. I love that. Okay. This is beautiful. Pile one, the star is signifying that you are meant to be known. Your career is putting you in a position to be a major influence around the world. So if you pick pile one, you have dreams of being a star. You have dreams of being a performer, of sharing your spiritual gifts. And this is the ultimate confirmation that no, this is what you're meant to do. It's not just something that you want to do. And some of you are too preoccupied and focused on how you're going to get there, not realizing that you're destined to get there. No matter how old you are, you have these gifts that are meant to inspire people in the way that they are meant to inspire them. Okay. And yeah, dove visions, that's very tough because Christians and divination are very tricky. They're very adamant on that. Not all of them. You have some Christians who understand that you put God before that. But yeah, just keep that in mind. And shout out to the Christians who actually do get it. You know what I mean? That being said, the star card is talking about you being elevated into a position where you are directly inspiring and helping people. People are looking at you as an inspiration. You famous as fuck. Because to be honest, like you bring illumination to people's lives. Okay. And the star card, I think, is very revealing here. And it's amen. Amen. The how this will affect your finances, right, is the wheel of fortune. You're going to see you're expanding the liquidity of your money this year, starting Aries season. So, and all these reflections are starting here. So you're coming into greater notoriety. This is going to expand how much more people invest in what you do. You're going to 10x your current finances. All right. This is evolving your money and your career, stepping into higher notoriety. Now, the breakthrough tip and advice here is the world card, baby. You want to think globally. What could be holding you back is that you're dreaming too small. You're thinking locally when you should be thinking, I'm going to build this store and this is going to be the best store in Las Vegas, or it's going to be the best store in California, where it's like, no, you're going to have a franchise like this in every country in the world. All right. And that's the fool card. Like, you have to be willing to take that leap of faith. This expansion is going to lend towards completion. The world card is saying that you are graduating and it's time to put everything you've learned together. So pile one, you're here to do it very big, larger than life. And the decisions you make want to reflect this global authority that you're going to really step into. And the outcome we have here is the Sun card. Pile one, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. This is one of the best piles. The best-selling tarot deck of all time, Slosso Tarot. All right, so like this lineup is insane. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is crazy. This is wild. The sun is just you fully enjoy, fully illuminated, fully happy living, seeing how you've brought your purpose to full completion. Okay, and I think that sets off this reading so powerfully. Okay, where is the pre-sale link, bruh? Where is it at? Where is it at? Pile one is going to be that was my first thought. Pile one is going to be very hard to top. So let's see how pile two and three did it the previous readings. Let's see. So pile two. What is the lesson of career, all right, that we have? Well, we do have the Hierophant, and I do like this. I really do like this. So pile two is not as flashy as pile one, but if pile one is the breakout superstar of their own independent label or a major label, pile two, you are that major label organization that houses these superstars. You're the major label organization that helped pile one actually expand their notoriety, right? This could be independent. This could be a part of a major. The Hierophant is saying your career is coming into more organizational authority. Many people are looking at you to gain the wisdom and keys. If you pick pile two, you're an industry leader. You're the leader of your prospective industry. People may go to seminars in order to gain your wisdom that they can take and then improve on their industry. All right. And this represents the tradition and the wisdom that puts you in a position to really guide others and be guided by, you know, the appropriate structure. And the finances we do have is the Temperance. So I really do like that pile two is much more grounded and balanced. So whereas pile one's finances is going to just expand to the next level, pile two will never really be broke. Pile two is going to have such great moderation of their business. Their business or work pays itself. It's like you've set up the perfect work structure to where all you really have to do is just show up and show out. And everything is, you're not stressing over money because everything kind of pays itself out, especially with pile two and the Hierophant. It's like you don't even need to pay things in money. It's like people can offer their services. You barter alchemy. You're able to use your own alchemy to barter services. And this opens up, you know, different opportunities that don't necessarily allow you spending an arm and a leg, because you have created the lifestyle and routine that really supports and affords a lot of the organization that you have established. All right. So the breakthrough tip and advice we have is the Empress. You have to actually express your abundance and beauty. Venus is not a penny pincher. Venus is showing off with her $1,000 dress, not to flex. She is beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, and it's not even about just wearing the most expensive stuff. Whether she's wearing a $5 dress or $1,000 dress, she put that on. She put that on. It's like, damn, when I wear it, it looks like trash. When you wear it, you made that look like it's $50,000. So like, this is talking about expressing your beauty. This is talking about polishing the work you do. This is so very important. This is going to really hit home for you, Paul, because Paul 1 is coming into more completion of everything they've learned. Paul 2, you are ensuring that everything you do has that polish. People are going to look at your work and they're going to look at the extra steps you took to notice the details, to make everything look beautiful, to really put that aesthetic that actually matches with who you are. Okay. And I think this is very beautiful, with the outcome being the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is definitely talking about achieving union with your work. Some of you are going to fall in love with what you do because it aligns and balances so well with you. Others of you, it's going to be through this career unlocking of wealth that you establish romantic unions and that you're able to really build with a soulmate, right? If it's romantically, it's going to talk about being with a soulmate that through this career. If it's platonically, it's going to talk about really being in a position to express so much of, you know, your passions. Okay, now I'm not going to front double shot of Venus. Pile 1 got the star. Pile 1's first card was actually the star. So we'll see. That's why Pile 1 is going to be hard to top. And respect for Pile 2. Pile 1 was very hard to top, but Pile 2 was very respectable. Pile 2 was very respectable. It was very solid. They have their own swag. Pile 2 has their own swag. All right. So like it's actually pretty dope. And they're creating unions. Okay. So people will copy Pile 2's polish, right? The trademark. All right, we probably gonna have justice here. So Pile 3, I picked 3. I have faith. Yes, Pile 3 has the difficulty of, you know, hanging with Pile 1 and 2. Because we gonna see. So Pile 3, what is this career lesson for you this Aries season? All right, what is it? What is it? What is it? 3 will be dark and deep. Oh, we about to get the devil. Uh-oh. Pile 3, what is the career? 2 and 3. I see you, Joyce. We got the strength card. So this is already a good card to start. The career card means, whereas Pile 1 is going to be an inspiration, Pile 2 is going to be organizational. If you pick Pile 3, your entire career revolves around your passions. So the work you do is everything you love to do. You're the people who some people are jealous of, because it's like, oh, you actually enjoy doing this for work. Like, this is everything you're passionate about. It's like you make a good 5 figures a month or every few months just recording music. And it's something that you wake up in the morning passionate about doing. All right. You're stronger than you could ever realize. You're honoring the inner child. Another thing here is, even if the work you're doing isn't exactly your passions, people love clocking in with you because they know, oh, she's going to be here. This is going to be fun. You have people who find their work boring that when you're there, they breathe a sigh of relief because they know they're going to have fun that day. You guys could be doing the most boring things and you're going to make it so fun. You're going to make it creative. People and the boss, everyone's just more like happy around with you, and that's your energy. You carry the ship. You rally people around. All right, and it's beautiful. Now the finances that we have for you is the Emperor. Okay, Pile 3. All right, Pile 3. Pile 3 said, I hope you didn't know we here too. I hope you didn't think we were going to be outshined. Pile 3 says you make it. So listen, this is so beautiful. You have people who make a living doing what they love, but they don't really own their shit. Like it's still dependent on whatever platforms they're on. Like, yeah, they're making money or good money, but should what they're depending on collapse, they're gone with it. You hold down your stuff. Your finances are owned by you. So it's like you're independent. It's like not only do you make money doing what you love, you're on your boss shit. You set your own hours. You come in when you want, right? Oh, shout out to you, David. You set when you work, right? You define what your prices are. You fully own it. Self-employed billionaire. Okay, don't sleep on. I love how Pile 3 came through. Pile 2 and Pile 3 came through. All right, and this is such a solid combination, guys, because you have the passion, but you have the discipline as well. All right, and yeah, there's a way that marijuana. This is why I'm also taking a break. There's a way that marijuana can have you be fine with doing absolutely nothing, and even though it's cool to do absolutely nothing, when you do want to lock in and when you do want some motivation to do stuff, it's cool to take that break. You know, break that in, get that tolerance break as well. What is the breakthrough tip that's going to break you through in your career? We have the hermit. You must lock in. Pile 3, I love you, Pile 3. I fucking love you, Pile 3. You are locking in. Yeah, it's cool. Like Pile 3 is the independent artist who, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got invited to perform at the club. They got invited to pop bottles because people love their music. But they're in the studio. They're spending 6 hours straight in the studio cracking out bangers and classics. You have time to waste. You're not even wasting it. You're just going back and perfecting the skill. You have multiple classics you've made over time. You are locked in for life. You are not playing yourself. You're not playing anybody. You are very locked in. You are very locked in. Look at this focus. Okay. And that's the breakthrough tip. The time that you're taking the focus is literally going to be the key that allows you to completely break through in this success. And the outcome that we have is the moon card. So the reason why the moon card is key, and now you probably have a connection with Pile 1, right? Pile 1 and Pile 3, especially if you pick both, are going to work really well together. Pile 1 is going to be in a position to illuminate and inspire. We're going to do live readings after this and inspire other people to be out there. And Pile 3, you do your own thing. You work your own hours. You're not. People are going to ask what your work is, and they're going to be like, what's that? You know what I mean? Like, the way, even if it's an established job, the way you may work your real estate company is not traditionally the way other people sell houses. Like, you're able to incorporate your own unique elements, and because you have this mastery, you've made it your own thing. And it puts you in such a powerful position to realistically achieve the dream that no one else has seen. So by the end of Aries season, you're fully going to be walking the path towards the dream that no one else can see but you. Okay, lore and systems consultant. I love that. Again, Virgo and Pisces in the pile, you can't make this up. I was thinking that too because they came up in the previous pile and I did shuffle. I did put them in different spaces and they came up again together, which is wild. Okay, bossing up and bossing out. Yup, we closing famous opera singers and the Brooklyn DA. We love you, Joyce. We shout out to the boss queens out there. Hey, I've been hearing some bullshit, guys. As far as like there's some truth in the stuff people say, right? But I think one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, especially for you ladies out here that are really, investing in your own education. I know you never did, but any man that's telling you that, oh, it's not worth it to get a better education, you just need to be at the home and cook, that's a dumbass motherfucker. That's the stupidest of men say that. Like, I don't know why we need to remind you education is sexy, whether it's in schooling or you taught yourself. You got a master's degree, you got a bachelor's, you got a PhD, you sexy. There's truth in that being said though, like where people, it's been taken out of context. Like when the Kevin Samuels will say that and will use in the context that you're using your own career as a way to qualify yourself for relationships is different. But some people took that entirely different. Like there's a way a woman can use her profession to try and stun on a man and it doesn't help her. That's what Kevin Samuels was talking about. But some people just took it a whole nother way to be like, oh yeah, she shouldn't even be working. She should just stay home and whatnot. And that's stupid as fuck. Like if you've taken time out your craft to get a master's degree to actually further your education, you sexy. Like fuck what anyone else thinks. Like it's only stupid people who think education or moving up and making it something of yourself is dumb. These are the type of men who get intimidated because they don't necessarily, and that's not to say some of these men don't have money themselves, but like some men can't do well with women who they can't just tell what to do and like have that, you know, power. If she has the power too, they gonna feel like they're competing, and it's like you just work together. You don't have to be a fearful ass bitch. But yeah, other than, and some of these women cook too, and some women will, and also some of these women want to stay home and nurture. Some want to blaze their trail, but men who try to man is lame. Yes, you can do both. You can do both. And it's and shout out to the ladies who do just want to, you know, do the other, like being domestic in and of itself is a job too. So I'm not trying to talk down on that as well. But yeah, just, you know, but not more that too. I'm not gonna lie, my Gemini mom told me I shouldn't date a woman who makes more money than me. That's what I disagreed with her. There's certain qualifications that she told me, like as far as like kids and if they have kids or whatnot. But that was she said I shouldn't date a woman older than me, and I shouldn't date a woman with more money because she may grow to disrespect me if I don't make as much money as her. And I guess that's not the Gemini. It's cool though. I agreed with her on some of them, but that's where I was like, no, my boo can make more money than me. It's cool. I got my own type of money. I feel like if I'm not making money, no, but if I'm making my own honest living and we can live off of my own money, I don't care if she makes more money than me. Like it is what it is. But I do get what she means. Older by a year too. If it's older by a year, I don't really. That being said, like, it's not really rigidly there. Anyway, we're going to do the live readings right now. Fatima, I got your Cash App. Dominique, I got your Cash App. Valencia, I got your PayPal. Iman, I got your PayPal. Oh, okay. Guys, I got invited to apply to speak to UAC, the United Astrology Conference. Okay. And I would like to say I did not get selected. And yes, I got your Venmo. I did a special talk for an astrology group, and that astrology group invited me to actually submit. So I submitted it. Personally, I didn't really want to go. I don't mind that. I don't really do conferences like that. I think there's a purpose for them, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and that's a very good conference. I would never mind speaking there, but I was not feeling it. Like I didn't. If they didn't tell me to apply, I wouldn't have applied. I didn't have any plans to go. I kind of didn't want to go. I mean, I don't know if I manifested that. If they had accepted me, I'd been like, oh, I have to go, which I wouldn't mind because I already had a lecture prepared. Like I was going to do like a very quick brief. These are your natal charts and your superpowers. But yeah, they have like over 350 people, they're saying, that apply from all over the world. So I don't really take offense. I'm honored they at least looked at it. And the reason why I don't really care for these conferences is my biggest goal is the first conference I go to, I want to be a conference I created. Like I get the conference stuff, but the thing with these conferences is it attracts a much older crowd. And there are people who feel like, oh, And that's not the conference's fault. I'm not hating on the conference. There's a place for that. I think the UAC is very beautiful. And I think so too. I think so too. But that being said, I know the Leo King has had like friction with them. But I want to create a conference space that's a lot more youthful, that brings in people who don't really know that much about astrology, and through that conference they can come through. I want to kind of make more of a festive environment. And that's why I'm not, if you don't see me at the conferences, if I'm invited, I'll go. But I want to just completely do some new shit. I want to change the way people look at astrology conferences. And that's why, you know, I'm personally taking a more different kind of arc. But that being said, if you have the opportunity to go to UAC, please go to UAC. I still haven't gone to UAC yet. I will probably go once. I probably might even apply for next year after I kind of get this app off the ground, but I'd rather just kind of start my own first. And we're going to start here in Vegas too. But that being said, first we are going to do Sophia. So Sophia, can I have confirmation that you are still in the chat? Thank you so very much for your patience, by the way. Before we do the live reading, right quick, I missed Unite the Light last year. I missed Unite the Light, but I didn't know that it was expensive. That's good to know. So Sophia, good to know. All right, so we know you were born June 11th, 1974. If you ever find out your time of birth and place of birth, we can get the rising, but your chart is glorious, my friend. I must have read this. You have North Node, you have South Node on the sun. So we're both 20-degree suns. You come from the realm of angels, which is very important to understand. For those of you born in 93, which is the next time after 74, the South Node was in Gemini. All you North Node Sages, you come from the realm of angels. So we're angels, Sophia. You're an elite angel like myself. The elite angels are the Cat Moon, Aqua Moon, and Pisces Moon Geminis. So you're the highest level of divine elite, like Kanye West, like Prince, right? The reason why this is significant at the end of Aquarius, if you were born before 12, you'd probably be an Aqua Moon. If you were born after, then you're at the divine space, but you're an elite angel. And the sun on the South Node means that you came into this reality aligned directly with truth. Your destiny in this lifetime is to unlock the meaning. It's show and tell. You're unlocking the meaning of your words. And unlike those born in 93, you have Neptune in Sagittarius. So this unlocks the clairvoyance with which people have known you to say things that they see immediately after. It is a very supernatural application of word magic with the Sag to Gemini. And do you have Virgo? Okay, no, but you do have Jupiter and Pisces. So you expand people's beliefs and how you show them the meaning of your words you speak. This is a very important mechanic here that not only makes you very magical and a vessel of, you know, the Lord Zeus, but it also really represents the supernatural nature with which your word induces visual effect. So like you can say something, and Sophia, please confirm this to me, but have you noticed with increased frequency, maybe you'll tell someone something and then they see it immediately after. It's like, you were just telling me about that. And if so, this is your destiny to reveal the meaning of life. Like your words speak life. Your challenge with the North Node in Sagittarius, it's easy for us to just speak our mind, but you're challenged on showing people what you mean. And people will go out of their way to misunderstand us, to like shift the meaning of our words, and you just relentlessly make sure, no, this is what I'm showing you. This is what I'm showing you. So your soul operates at this high divine level. Now you have Uranus and Pluto in Aquarius. The distinction of Uranus in Libra, the next time Uranus goes into Aquarius is 1998 to about like 2002 or 4. So you're the older generation before that, whereas the 98, 96 are like alien geniuses that just automatically channel from the universe what to say, which is weird as fuck, but also supernatural. You actually put in the work to hyper focus and crystallize the mastery of how you communicate. The Uranus in Libra is the unconventionality with which you can innately tap in to a social Morse lingo. You know how to speak their language. You know how to present very extremely the expression of this truth, which now makes you a genius in how creative you express. And then Saturn is on Mercury. So you think like a gangster. You have so much integrity in your emotions, which I see, you know what I'm saying? Like you move very powerfully, and you don't say, you mean everything you feel. And this allows this psychic authority and emotional intelligence and authority that really now subsequently reflects the bold nature you take action with Mars and Aries, Mars and Leo. So with this Aries season, this is really just kind of reminding you who belongs around you, who are the raw, authentic, original beings. I can see people scared of you because like people like to act like Gemini is weak, right? We could be weak, but we could be strong. Like people, there's a way you could just start talking to someone seriously and you don't even have to raise your voice and they're just going to be like, oh, she means business. And that's because you there's so much integrity in your word. And the friends that you lost really just open the space to make way for, of course, moving forward, who can really hang with you, who can really rock. So I'm so glad we were able to do this. Please, thank you so much for your patience. I'm mad that I missed this Cash App. Whether I did the reading before or not, I'm so glad that we can get to you as a fellow June 11th. It's such an honor to meet someone who was born the same day, different year. I was on the 1990s Gemini team. You were on the 1974 Gemini team, which was actually one of the coolest Gemini basketball teams or Gemini teams with the South Node in Gemini. Big props to the 1983 and 84 Gemini team with the North Node in Gemini. You guys are truthers and everyone else born. All right, let's get to the tarot, baby. So first, we're going to do Christine. What message does Spirit have for me, my projector brother? We appreciate you too. Thank you, Christine. So the underlying theme, or rather the card that we have for you is the Moon. The Moon card definitely speaks of you gaining insight, okay, through nonlinear and subjective means. All right. So it's not like the sun where everything is objectively bathed in the clarity of light. It's you gaining dreams. It's you having powerful psychic experiences with your abilities. It's you listening to how your subconscious has you look at a certain place at a certain time. You're going to be subconsciously guided. This is going to, through this period, have you look at your experience, and whereas everyone else is just falling for the lie, you're seeing through the lie. And it's not visible. That's the thing that makes people kind of feel psychotic with the Moon. This isn't visible. There are no objective linear means with which you are deducing and discerning. It's not inductive or deductive reasoning. You just have a very strong feeling that aligns with it. It's a subjective knowing that will align with the objectivity. All right. So it's definitely something to, you know what I'm saying, think about. You're going to really be separating yourself from the traditions and the convention of this world. And it's going to really have you step deeper upon the treasure you'll find within your own soul through your imagination. So you're definitely going to beef that up. I think that's very amazing. Next, we have Double Shot of Venus. My early 20s have been a shit show. I need to know if life will calm down. Double Shot of Venus. I think I can speak for everyone who has ever been 20. As someone in their 30s, your 20s are supposed to be a shit show. Like, you're supposed to grind and building your 20s, but the 20s is where you have to feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough in my life. I'm not going to be successful. And then a miraculous thing happens, Double Shot of Venus. You turn 28 and then you become 30, and then your 30-year-old self smacks you in the face like, you weren't even supposed to get here this soon. And then you suddenly realize, oh, I'm getting my life together. Like, once you like become 30 and you have your Saturn return, your life will calm down. You don't have to wait until you're 32 to reach success. Whether you reach success or not, once you hit 30, everything starts to come together And then you realize, oh, this is the direction we're moving forward. Okay, so just be patient with yourself. That's the most important thing I can say to 20-year-olds. You're going to want to figure everything out. As someone who tried to figure everything out all through the 20s, take your time becoming 30. You don't want to, yes, 30s back is crazy. I can only imagine what 40s back is. Take your time, staying in shape, okay? Because nobody likes you when you're 23. Shit, that was like a while ago. But yes, let's see. So what do we have? What do you need to know? We have the star. You need to know you're a star. You need to know that it's time to stop playing with these. It's time to stop. It's time. I feel like you're humble. I see you be talking your shit in the chat. You humble. You don't be letting people know you're really her. You don't be letting people know you're like, you'll say it, but I don't think people know you her for real. Like, you just be downplaying the actually so much. It's like, no, I'm all right. No, you're her. You're her. Okay, that's it. That's it. We came to see you type shit. That's it. They don't believe it until I put my nuts on the table. Facts. They're like, oh shit, she's the real deal. So that's what you need to know. There's no universe that you're going to live your life and you're not going to shine bright like a diamond and you're not going to be influential. You're not going to be a star. Like there's no timeline. There's no universe where that is even possible. And you just want to continue to step forward in the knowledge of that. Okay. So next we got Carrie. Let's see what we got for you. Carrie. Princess Aries. We have the moon card again. So the moon card, I think, especially coming through this 12th house, Jupiter, Gemini, is having you unveil. The vision I had for you is that things that were hidden in plain sight that you felt. I'm picking this up strongly. There's certain things you felt about other people. There's certain things you felt about certain situations that you knew were right, but you couldn't prove. You couldn't put your finger on. You knew that certain people were lying to your face, but they knew you didn't have the evidence, so they were just trying to gaslight you. And now the moon card is all of that is dissipating. Things that you knew were right there, but you couldn't put your finger on, now it's just showing itself. It's almost as if you have a special vision where you're seeing into the unseen. Every time we pull this moon card, think extrasensory perception. So I have a vision of someone who feels like they can get away because you don't know certain information, but then someone gave you that missing puzzle piece, and now they don't know you figured it out. You're just continually seeing through deception from people. And people who are the truth, you're seeing their inner selves. Like, unlike the previous moon card interpretation, which is heavily a theme, Pisces, this I feel like is your third eye opening, because we know as a Cancer rising, Pisces is your 9th house. So the reason why this is significant is you've never not been, like, you've always been on point. I think it's just before, it's like, you know how someone knows something, but like we know you don't know how you know, so we have to try and downplay it. That didn't work on you, and now the illusion is dissipating around you. You're seeing it more clear. It's like you can see in the dark in a certain sense. Okay, so that's beautiful. All right. Next we have Iman. Okay. All right. No need for a question. Totally fine. Beautiful. So we do have the strength card. You are stronger than you could ever realize. Similar to what I said in a previous pile, just your presence alone brings energy to people. But this, I think, is just saying, keep doing what you're doing. And that there's a message with the strength that I feel like sometimes we feel like, oh, I can't just focus on what I love to do. I need to do something practical so that I can get to that. And this is saying you can fully focus on it. In fact, really letting that continue to be the center of your focus is what's going to drive everything forward. And this is just outside of even career. This is just you fully embracing your passions and everything you love and fueling that into everything you do. Positive Attitude Aviation, appreciate you, fam. We definitely got you. Okay. So the strength card here is definitely talking about the exuberance of realistically just realizing through these situations, whereas other people are tired and can't keep going, you could do this all day. Like you, it's like you got super soldier serum. Like you're not even tired. Like you're still ready to go. And it really speaks through your spirit. Okay. Now, next we have Valkyrie. I love that. Valkyrie, thank you very much. Let's see what we got for you. Beautiful. So Valkyrie, we got the High Priestess. You psychic. Valkyrie, I can imagine. I mean, your name is Valkyrie, but I can imagine like you just be having a silent smile. Because unlike Carrie, who got the moon, where she's just so psychically tapped in and she can feel what's happening, even though she can't see it, you peep it. You peep how people are lying to you immediately. Like the High Priest is like, I already just seen a synchronicity that you would be lying. Like you, and you don't tell it. That's the thing about the High Priestess. The High Priestess keeps it hush. Like she's not even going to tell you she has 5 receipts that could expose you. She wants you to create 3 more for her so she can keep collecting. Alchemy, you're coming into greater revelation that's going to very powerfully aid and augment what you already currently do. And it's going to heighten your intuitive senses in a much more supernaturally practical way. The dreams are hitting harder. The signs are more in your face. And this is also representing your alchemic practice that you're going to be able to independently pioneer and assist so many people on, even if it deviates from certain patriarchal or traditional structures. That especially for the women who get the High Priestess, you have certain religious groups or traditions where the woman doesn't really have power. The women aren't even really allowed in positions of power. They hate y'all because they see what you're doing as like a bastardization of against their tradition, when you actually represent spirituality in its purest form. That priestess, that is a direct channel. So yeah, and please keep doing what you're doing. Now, we do have Dominique. All right. Lady Mitchell. Hold me back. Hold me back. Dominique, we do have the Emperor. The Emperor is talking about holding it down, POP, holding it down. Okay, like regardless of male or female, both men and women recognize your authority. Okay, you hold down your own ish. And the reason why, thank you, Lilith, the reason why that's very significant is the effect of your discipline is showing itself this Aries season. Whereas other people may be falling by the wayside because they didn't properly harvest during the fall to prepare for winter. You did the work, okay? This could also represent a masculine who mirrors this, who actually, is your emperor. But I see this as you're showing up as this, and you're putting yourself in a position to be the boss of your own life, okay? And really, 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 be a figure with which others can lean on and operate off that structure, okay? Next, we have Lady Faith, Princess Fatima. Emperor's been showing up tonight as well, yo. So the underlying theme we have for you is justice, which is primarily speaking of any success in legal procedures. I think you work in law as well too, but any, this is going to have you be on the same page as people. It's going to rectify any paperwork that needs to be signed. The underlying theme definitely is going to represent this element of not only being on the same page of people, but because you operate in integrity, people who have wronged you you're going to get justice for that. You're going to find you rebalance any actions taken against you in certain ways too. And we have the Chariot. So this is really just harping more on success. And I'm going to put the Tower, instant success. Okay. You're stepping into instant success. The Tower is going to precede your action. So you're locked in, you're operating with determination, willpower, and focus. And because you are balanced in your action, because you didn't just rush, you took the time to actually get your ducks in a row, this is going to be a flawless victory that brings instant completion as well. We're going to pull 2 more bonus cards for you. So like, this is beautiful. It's like you have prepared so well, right? You've taken the approach and the move to realistically, set yourself up for success, so that now that you take these actions, it's just going to quite literally, put everything all down in a row for you. Back. We do have Michelle. All right. Okie dokie. Shout out to the Virgos. All right. The underlying theme we have for you is the world. Total completion. And I do like this because relative to 2008, where Saturn was in Virgo, now it's on your moon in Pisces. Total completion. Okay. You're the vessel of this worldly, universal magic and power. Okay. And it's representing coming out of this like 9th, 10th house that you have fulfilled and completed all of the painstaking work needed to help put other people on. I feel like you've accomplished a lot more for other people than really just for yourself, because you already came in like already stunned, like already mastered. So all of that is coming back around, right? Even the stuff that might have seemed insignificant. We have the moon and we have temperance. So this is going to allow you to engage fully in immersing yourself in the Pisces, your imagination. You're building an entire world based on your soul. It's like you have an entire world within your soul, and you're balancing how you integrate this inner world with your outer world. It's having you see elements you've always lived within your inner world expressing towards other people. Okay. And it's blending and merging the line between what's subjective and objective, because you move with such great management and moderation that the dissolvement and delusion of the moon never takes over. You have the Virgo opposition that can analyze how specifically you immerse yourself subjectively, giving you the perfect balance of objectivity and subjectivity. And so this allows you to be a limitless source through your own soul and dreams to create alchemy at will, and to really balance opposing polarities, and to make things work and create miracles that otherwise would never. Like you can bring people together and situations together that no one else could ever pull off. And for you, it's just normal, right? I love it. I love it. So I'm looking forward to the Jupiter going through your rising as well, coming into the next year and a half. And that's going to be a really great debut for you. Okay, awesome. So last but not least, we do have positive attitude aviation. All right, appreciate you, fam. We're going to do, let's do like a past, present, future for you. Yeah. So you got these 4 cards, okay? And then the underlying theme is going to be the high priestess. This could be your divine feminine. She's going to be speaking through your soul. This is really the woman in your life. The high priestess is the woman in your life, your wife, your daughters, your mother, your sisters. Okay. She's going to speak through the feminine within them. She's going to be guiding you. She's going to be guiding your inner voice. And the synchronicities you see will continue to help you in tight binds, especially knowing you deal with agents of the matrix on a daily basis. So we do have the hangman. You must surrender to these intuitive guidances, even if they don't seem linear or logical at the moment. As you surrender, your perspective will change in light of new information. And we do have the sun. Mind you, Neptune is in Aries now. So it's come out of your Pisces rising onto your sun. So in a way, you're embodying this Neptune. And then we have the sun, Neptune going over your sun in Aries. So it's through surrender to your inner voice that you're going to free this light and you're going to step into more joy. Okay. And this, of course, comes with the death card. This is going to be having you transform. I kind of have these two and these two, so we could say these are different facets. The death card is talking about a total transformation this year, especially now that you have access to what is yours. And it's going to really change a lot in your life. And with the Hermit card, I think it's going to open up so much more time for you to lock in. Okay. It's going to be representing this mastery of your skills. And why this is significant is the hangman comes before death. So you're surrendering to this joy that's going to transform this mastery within you based on this guidance of your inner voice. And what is the final card we have? Chariot of Victory. It's going to have you completely just break through and zoom along forward. Okay. Very powerful. Melissa, thank you so much. You guys are the best part of what I do, and it is nothing but an honor. Okay. Small tokens are more than welcome. It is very greatly appreciated. And we do have the Hermit card for you as well, because you stay locked in. Now, what we pick up with the Hermit here is that in your case, not only are you locked in, there are certain skills that only you have. I'm also picking up Hermeticism that you have in your DNA and blood. So there's certain techniques, there's a certain way of how you kind of move that you are now moving forward and carrying on tradition, not old traditional structures. The vision that I have is like there's this ancient cure for cancer that runs in your line. And there's this special way your great, great, great grandparents made tea, and that's been passed down. Except you were able to just remember it through your own DNA without even having to be taught. Like you are the realization of your ancestors' dreams. And with the Hermit card here, you are expressing the secrets of your own lineage and DNA through specific practices. You were able to make up that mirror. Like you're a fucking genius, Melissa. I've never gotten this interpretation of the Hermit before. And what I mean by that is normally, and let me know if this resonates. It's like normally your grandpa or grandma is going to teach you something, right? You, out of your own self, out of thin air, replicated ancient traditions that got lost because you're that about it. Like you're like that. It's like you were able to just still create it and carry it further. But now you have your own unique tweaks on it that really express this. So just keep that in mind, because that element of, there's certain things only you can do, and you focusing on mastering that is going to, of course, in its spaces and where it counts, really come through, especially when people least expect it. So we also have Christian Garcia. Nice to hear from you again, brother. Okay. Underlying theme we have is the Devil card. So you are overcoming temptation. You are overcoming the temptation to put the material over the spiritual. You're not going to let materialistic success tempt you or have you really care more about your spirit, right? Like the unseen facet of you. And you're not going to really also allow people to take advantage of you. This is you overcoming limitations, addictions, like you're born again. Now, we do have the star card, this inspiration and rejuvenation that's going to really push you forward there. And I think that's why we have the devil. It's like you put out a really groundbreaking song and boom, a shady label deal manager is trying to sign you and attract you with, hey, we got all the girls and you sign this deal. And it's like you're just focused on this inspiration. And we do have the Chariot card. So not only are you inspirational, you're winning. It's not like you have the star power. You're pushing forward with focus and willpower. So you're coming into your dreams come true and you're moving forward with it. This is you not resting in immediate gratification. You achieved a success, you're on to the next one. You're focused on this, you're on to the next one. And we do also have the Hangman, which is going to have you fully surrender. But I want you to focus on these two cards mainly, because this is really you stepping into a twilight, or not in the twilight years of your life, but just coming into amazing success that was fully defined and stepped into by you. All right, which congrats. Woo! You guys stay blessed as always. I just use a lot of chakra right now. And yes, that therefore concludes the Aries cycle and series of live videos. I will not be back until, let's see. I won't be back until another 15 days or so. So that's going to be like a good 2 weeks just to take the rest of the Aries season off. I'm going to start producing more content. I'll probably work on the Venus through the signs. And then Taurus season will allow me to finish up producing this stuff so that by Cancer season, I got new series for you. All right. You guys stay blessed as always. You guys are the best. And until next time. All right.